Welcome back. Let's get to pointing the domain to our new server. This is quite a simple step. Please follow along closely and I'll show you how to check to see if it is working. I want to note right off the bat that once you point the domain to the new server, it can take up to 48 hours for the change to propagate throughout the entire world. Basically, all of the internet providers need to get this update, and your internet provider may not get the update. So you might see when I show you the tool how to check, you might see other places in the world are seeing your new website, but you're not seeing it. So I know that can be a little frustrating. I've had it happen almost instantly, and sometimes I've had it take the full 48 hours. I'll show you how to check on all that, and let's move on to the next step. All right, I have my Chrome browser open, and I've browsed to GoDaddy.com. If you haven't already done this, please go to GoDaddy.com in your Chrome browser. You should come to the main screen like this, which we saw before when we bought the domain. If you didn't do the domain purchase part and you're not using GoDaddy, you'll need to follow along and go to sign in, and hopefully you can find exactly where the same things that we're looking for. You should be able to find them. If you're having trouble, your domain registrar should be able to help you out to do what we're needing to do. For those using GoDaddy, just follow along with me. We're going to go to the sign in here, and we're going to click sign in. Okay, we're at the login screen here. So just go ahead and log in with your credentials. I'm going to go ahead and log in with mine here. Okay, here we are at the main panel for GoDaddy. Here's where all of our products that we purchased through GoDaddy are going to be. The only section we're really worried about here is the domain section. So I'm going to go ahead and expand the domain section. All right, so now it's going to list out all of my domains. Of course, I'm going to have these blurred out so you can't see them because obviously, I've got a lot of personal and information in here. But what I'm going to do is I'm going to flip through. Yours, because you only have one domain, it's only going to show up as one. The more domains you get, then of course, the more you're going to have in that list. Okay, and so we do have it. It's just sitting right up here. Okay, and what we're going to do now that we have our website up is we're going to click on Manage DNS. Okay, it's going to come up here. All right, and we're going to scroll down, and here we go. This is what we're looking for, is name servers. Okay, and we're going to be changing those name servers with the ones that were given to us in the email. Okay, so I've opened up the email we got from HawkHost, and I'm just going to scroll down to the account information. And here we are, we're at the account information, and this is the critical information we need to be able to get this set up. So you're looking for the name server. So even if you're not using HawkHost, but you're using a different host server, HawkHost, it provides their domain like this, their name servers like this, but a good indication of that you're looking at a name server is they generally start with NS. So NS5, NS6 in this case. A lot of the times you'll see 1 or 2, that type of thing. So you're looking for NS for name server. So we're going to actually copy this information. So I'm just selecting it. I'm right-clicking and clicking copy. Okay, now we're back at GoDaddy. I'm going to go ahead and click change. So I'm going to click change name servers, and you would probably be having something set to default on your name servers. That's okay. I have custom ones already set from something else I was doing. So I'm going to go ahead and delete this information, and I'm going to actually paste in. So I just highlighted that, right? And then I'm going to right click on it and click paste. Okay. And I already memorized the other one. It was a 6. So I'm going to paste this in here. So NS6. So I'm just going to type that in. Okay. Now I've done this. So once I click save, it's going to give me a message. So here's the message that we're looking for. Features may be unavailable, and so that is just telling us it takes some time for them to get this through their systems. And then of course, like I said before, there's up to a 48-hour replication that goes throughout the whole entire world now that we've done this. Okay, so let's check to see if what we have done when we change this, if it has happened already. So I'm going to open up a new tab in the window, and I'm going to type in the domain name. I already have it pasted in here. I'm going to hit enter. Whoa, it's already replicated, at least in my area. So it might be still replicating in different parts of the world, and so you might not have as quick results. So I'm going to also show you after this, you can skip this next part if you wish, just how to check to see where that is or how far along it is. Okay, so I'm going to do that. I'm going to do that now. Feel free to skip this next part if you're not interested. It's a little bit on the technical side, and it's only just if you're curious. Okay, so what we're going to do is click on the start button at the bottom here. We're going to type in CMD for command, the command prompt, and hit enter. Okay, and that's going to open up another window. And it's opened the command prompt here for me. So I'm going to type in a command here. And so just follow along. It's PING space and my domain name. In this case, it's nukilearning.com. I'm going to hit enter. Okay, and it's going to start pinging it. Now I know that it's already going to the new host. So in your case, it might have a different IP address. So there's going to be some indications that things are happening. Okay. I see 169.55.132.217. Okay, that's the IP address that's coming back. So we're just going to keep that in mind as we go to the next step. Okay, so I've opened up a new tab in my browser and I've typed in dnschecker.org. The link is in the bottom of the description. Okay, so this is a really cool feature and it's going to tell us if it's been replicated in different parts of the world. Okay, so we're going to check. So what we want to do is paste our domain inside there. So Nuki Learning here, and I'm going to click search. Okay, and it's going to go and it's going to scan through the world and look at different internet providers and things like that, and to see if it's been replicated. So I was scrolling down the list. There's another IP address here. This looks like it must be the old address. So this particular area is not getting the new website yet. So that's an example of checking to see where your replication is happening. Okay, so what you're going to do is when you ping, if you browse to your website and it's still, or you browse to your domain and you're getting the GoDaddy splash page because we didn't do anything with it, and then you did the pinging on the command prompt and it gave you an IP address, that would have been your old IP address from GoDaddy. So that's the one you would normally see down this list if it hasn't replicated. As it starts replicating, you'll start seeing changes to a different number, and that's probably going to be your new host. So you'll see it coming down here in the list with your new host as it replicates. And of course, you know, I like it to be instant gratification. And it's kind of funny if you even see areas that are near you that actually are seeing your new IP address or your new website, and you don't actually see it in your area. But and that does happen. Like I said, it takes up to 48 hours sometimes for this to happen. Just so happened it was really quick for me, so maybe I hit the time when they do all the updates. I'm not sure. So that's how you quickly check to see where your website is and how it is replicating through the environment. All right, this concludes the pointing the domain section. Our next section is going to be setting up our server, and so we'll see you in the next video.